Hi, good evening, and a warm welcome to all the participants in today's webinar. We'll allow a couple of minutes to all the participants to join in and settle down, and then we'll get started with today's discussion. I'll take a quick moment to check on the live stream because many of you would want to access the recording of today's webinar, and that's where I think it is important that we have a working live stream. Otherwise, you may not get the recording. So just allow me a few moments to check on that, and then I'll be back with you. Perfect. So it is working fine. So this is where let's begin. And as I mentioned, we are going to wait for a couple of minutes to allow all the participants to join in and settle down, and then we'll get started. In the meantime, there's a very important point that I wanted to discuss with you, and that is related to how we are going to interact. Because in any discussion, any conversation, a person's understanding or their comprehension is significantly impacted if they are not able to actively engage in the dialogue, which means that if there's something which is not clear to you, if there are questions, you need clarification. So if those things you are not able to clarify, then you may not be able to understand properly whatever I'm going to share with you. So that is where it is important that you should ask your question or you should get your doubts clarified. Now, how will you get that? How will you clarify your doubts? Now, for that, you have to use an option. So if you're joining through a laptop or desktop, down below, you'll see there's an option which says Q&A. There's a question mark on top of it. So that is the tool that you have to use to ask your questions. And I will keep that tool open or the screen open on the other monitor. So if there's a question which I can answer immediately, or I can include that in my discussion, I will certainly do that. Uh, Now, for our interaction, so if I want to understand something from you, or if you want to share about yourself with other wonderful business owners who are joining us here today, so for that, you can use the chat option. I will not advise that you should use the chat for asking a question. I will keep an eye on the chat as well, but there is a possibility that your question might get missed out because there's a lot of flow that keep happening. So you asked a question, and then there were many chats that came after that, and then there's a possibility that your chat might get pushed, your question might get pushed up, and I may not see it accidentally. So that's where please add that, or please add your questions in the Q&A. Perfect. So this is where I think we have waited enough or given enough time to everyone to join in and settle down, and that's where we should get started. I can see, sorry, I have a bad throat, so please bear with me. All right, so this is where I'm going to start sharing my screen, but before that, I can see we have a few participants who have just joined us. So let me welcome them as well. So good evening and a warm welcome to all of you. In today's webinar, we were just discussing how you are going to ask your questions or how we are going to interact. So for that, you're going to use the Q&A option. And for the Q&A option, and for our interactions, you can use chat. I got slightly distracted. I was looking at the chat. Perfect. So this is where I am going to start sharing my screen, and this is where we are beginning the webinar. And as I am doing the screen share, or I'm beginning the screen share, uh, I think I should introduce myself as well. So my name is Adnan. I'm Director SME Commerce Growth at Global Inker. My functional or my focus area at Global Inker is digital commerce. And in addition to my functional responsibilities, I also actively work on sharing knowledge or information with business owners like you. Because in today's day and age, there is actually no dearth of technology, or if I have to say it slightly differently, then there are a lot of technology solutions which are actually available, but we don't understand. Let's take the example of AI. You can do so much with AI, but how many of us actually know how to leverage it, how to use it to our benefit? And same goes for a lot of technology solutions. The online store solution that we have created, that is not an exception. And that's where we try to create or try to share as much knowledge as possible by conducting webinars, workshops, conferences, etc. And I had the privilege, or I had been blessed to conduct more than 500 such sessions, and I had been able to interact with more than 12,000 businesses or business owners from various countries. So that was a quick introduction about myself. And as you may be knowing me, I typically don't do a lot of presentation sessions. I prefer sharing a live walkthrough. But today's topic is very, very interesting because in today's topic, we are going to understand how are you going to create a winning catalog that can help you grow your business, right? Now, in my previous webinars or in my previous sessions, we had focused a lot on the store creation journey. But I had personally realized that by creating an online store, you're not creating a winning catalog. It takes something else. And that's what we are going to focus in today's session. Yes, I am also going to share with you the store creation journey, but we will not spend a lot of time of ours there. We are going to spend our time on understanding that what is that additional, right? So you have a website, I have a website, the other person also have a website. What is that special that we have to do to make our website, our online store, a winning catalog that can get business for us? So what is that special that we have to do? What is that additional that we have to do? So that is where what we are going to discuss, or that's where we are going to spend most of our time today. Before we begin, there's a very small or short story that I'm going to share with you, and I'm going to ask for your opinion. Now, on your screen, you can see we have two fairly old images. On one side, you have a gentleman who's called Samuel Langley. Now, this gentleman is a very intelligent person. He used to be a maths professor in Harvard, and he was hired by the Defense Department of US in early 90s, or the start of the 19th century. He was hired by the US War Department to create manned flight, or to create aircraft, and he was given a funding of $50,000. And all the big names of that time, let it be Einstein, or let it be Andrew Carnegie, all of them were his friends. So he was one of the most popular and sought after person, and almost press used to follow them every day, throughout the day. Every minute, every action was covered in the press. The entire country was looking onto them to get the news that they have cracked the code and they were able to create an aircraft, the flying machine. But actually, that didn't happen. The gentlemen that you have on the other side of the screen, they were actually able to do that. Now, this person has everything: knowledge, funds, resources, government backing, everything that you can possibly imagine, right? He had everything, but still, the other group. And the interesting or funny part is that this group, both of them and the other colleagues and friends of theirs who were part of that endeavor of creating the flying machine, none of them had a college degree. None of them. And still, they succeeded where he was not able to. So just give it a thought, and we'll come back to this once we are done with few more slides that I will quickly take you through. But this is very, very important, and you will realize once we come back. All right, so we the winning catalog is related to Indian Business Portal. So this slide is for the participants who are not familiar with Indian Business Portal, and I'll give you a quick introduction and walkthrough. So this is Indian Business Portal. It is a platform which is jointly created by us in collaboration with a government organization called FIO, which is Federation of All India Export Organization, which is a premier export promotion body by the government of India to promote Indian exports. So this is a platform where Indian exporters are showcasing their offering, their products, and international buyers are coming there, seeing the products and the offerings, and they are doing business with Indian exporters. So that is Indian Business Portal. What is the objective of Indian Business Portal? So it has twofold objectives. One is it allows every exporter to create their own digital presence in form of a digital catalog. And the second objective is to present you in front of international buyers. Now, hope the correlation is clear. We are discussing about digital catalog, so that's why this slide was important. Now I'm going to walk you through one more slide, and then we'll move on to the main topic. That is understanding how you are able to, how you will be going to create your digital catalog, and then how we can convert that into a winning catalog. So this is your business. What you are going to do is you are going to create a digital catalog which will get linked with Indian Business Portal, and that's how you will be listed on Indian Business Portal. Now, FIO will put in effort through various trade commissions, embassies, or digital marketing, and through that, international buyers will be brought on to Indian Business Portal. Now, those international buyers will see your listing, your product offerings there, and they will connect with you. They will either post a RFQ, or they'll directly contact you, or they'll give you an order. So there are different means through which they can do business with you. So this is one area of opportunity that sits for you. The other area of opportunity is wherein you have to promote. Now you have your own website, you have your own digital catalog. You can promote it yourself. You can do online promotions, and through that you can bring in international buyers onto your online store, and through that you can start growing your business. Now the next is that you are becoming a part of a business community of 150 countries, which has members from 150 countries. So you can do business networking, and once you are connected with them, so it is similar to how we work on LinkedIn. So you send them a connection request. If they accept it, then you can have a conversation with them. You can share about your business, and if they have a requirement for the products that you're offering, then you have a prospective client. If that is not the case, then they may be knowing someone who may have a requirement, and they can refer you. So that's where you can do business networking, and you can grow your business through that. So this is the entire ecosystem. And very quickly, let's cover how you are going to list your offering, or how you are going to create your digital catalog. So the very first thing that you have to do is you have to come to Indian Business Portal, and then you have to click on register as Indian exporter, which will take you to the next screen. And on the next screen, you have to click on this button which says create your catalog, which will bring you to this page. On this page, you will see there is a tutorial video that we have embedded here. You have to watch this video. That is my suggestion. It is not mandatory. If you feel confident enough, then you can directly proceed ahead. But my personal suggestion is that you should watch this video. It is not a very, very long video, about 19 to 20 minutes, but it will give you a very good understanding in terms of what are the requirements, etc. And you can be ready. Otherwise, what will happen? You'll move few steps, and then you'll realize, oh, I need this information. And that's where you will then work on getting that information, and then you'll start, right? So it will become a process that, instead of happening in one go, it will happen in multiple stages, or multiple pieces, which may become a little overwhelming or annoying, or sometimes irritating as well. So that's where, to avoid all that hassle, understand what are the requirements, how the process goes, and then you can proceed ahead very conveniently. Within 10-15 minutes, you'll be able to go through the process. Now, I am just sharing this process for the convenience or for the reference of the participants who have already not created the online store. So we are not going to spend a lot of time here, because the video is already available. So I'm just going to walk you through the video. And again, we will not be spending or playing this video, because that will not be a very wise or sensible use of your time. So this step we have already seen. This is the page from where we have opened the video. So you have to input your name, email ID, create a password, click on agree and continue, which will bring you to the next screen. That's where you have to do the OTP verification of your mobile number. After that, you have to input your GST number and verify it. Next, you have to input your company name, location, and then move to the next screen and select the league, the industries to which you belong. So you can either select it from the drop down or you can search for the industry. And lastly, you have to select which type of business activities you are involved in. And this is where your account creation gets completed. You will be redirected, or a new page will load up. And on this page, you will see this overlay or pop up. On this overlay, there are three simple questions. What type of online store or digital catalog you would want to create, B2B, B2C? How many products would you like to upload, and would you like to have them in a order quantity feature? Simple questions. You have to answer those or select an appropriate option. In the next screen, you are required to select a suitable design theme. If you select something and you don't like it tomorrow, you can simply change it. You can change it at any given point in time, and technically you'll be able to change from one design theme to other design theme in a matter of seconds. Although realistically, I understand, because you have to customize the banners, etc. So realistically, it takes more time, but technically within seconds you'll be able to do that. So don't worry, don't have that imagination that if I select a design theme, I may not be able to change that. Nothing like that. Or the second misconception that we have often seen is related to the product visuals that you are seeing here. So many people perceive, or they create this imagination that a particular design theme is suitable only for the type of products which are showcased in it. What does that mean? So they think that this design theme, and I'm not sure how big it is on your screen and how visible or legible it is, but this particular template has visuals of electronic products like monitors, TV, etc. So people perceive, they imagine that this is a theme which can only be used by businesses which are dealing in electronic products. So if you're not dealing in electronic product, you cannot use this theme. That is the imagination that they create, and which is absolutely wrong, because this theme can be used by any business. So whether you're selling groceries, you're selling agri products, you're selling heavy engineering products, anything can be used to, any theme can be used for any type of business, right? So the visuals are only for illustration purpose, example purpose. All right. So once you have done this, you will be moved to this screen. This is where you'll see a store name, and underneath that you have this store URL. So store name is basically the name of the digital catalog or the website that you're creating. Now, here you will notice that your name, because we had added it earlier, it is already there. So if you have to make any changes to it, if you had done a typing mistake previously, so you can correct it here. Or in some cases, there are businesses that operate popular brands. So they uh, have a brand in their name. So they want to create the store in the name of the brand. That can also be done. So it is not necessary that you have to create the store in name of your organization. You can even create it in the name of the brand that you have. Now, underneath that, you have store URL. So store URL is very simple. This is where you have to type in your business name without space or any special character. So no space, no special character, and within 25 characters, you have to type it. So if you have a really long name, in that case, you may have to do some editing, and you have to fit in. Let me show you. Let me fast forward it a little bit. So this is where you can see the business name is Reliable Fashion Enterprises, and this is where it is Reliable Fashion Enterprises without any space or special character. That's what we have done. A very popular question related to this field is, can we use our own domain? Yes, certainly you'll be able to do that. So for example, if this business had a domain called reliablefashionenterprises.in, can they use that? So someone types reliablefashionenterprises.in and this website opens up. Is it possible? Yes, certainly it is possible. All right. So this where once you have done, click on create your countdown. Now, related to pointing your domain or making this website live on your own domain, it is very simple. We have a lot of tutorials also available, but what we have realized that people get confused, right? So don't worry, we are here to help. So if any one of you would want to take your website live on your own domain, so in that case, please do feel free to reach out to us, to our help desk, and we will have someone connect with you, take you on a screen share, and within 10-15 minutes, this entire thing can be done. So don't feel overwhelmed. Don't get confused. We are here to help. And in fact, anything and everything that you need help with, please do feel free to reach out to us and we will be more than happy to help. All right, perfect. So this is where once you have clicked on create your catalog, this is where you will see the seller panel like this. Now you have to click on this button which says store setup, and it will open this interface. This is a product upload interface. Now, many businesses already have a product catalog available because they sell on other marketplaces as well. So they want to upload it in bulk very quickly. So that option is also available. It is also explained in the video. Now, the product upload process is explained in this video in great detail, so I'm not going to spend your valuable time there. There are only 2 points that I'm going to explain. One is related to GI product because that happens to be a common question. So GI product is a highly, sorry, I think we have to move this to another window. Yeah. So GI product is a category, or GI products have a special place on Indian Business Portal. They are highly promoted by the government of India. So these are specialty products. So if I have to say Nagpur, then the obvious thing that comes to your mind is oranges. Or if I say Darjeeling, then obviously it is a very popular hill station, but also very well known for its tea. Or if I say Agra, so obviously Taj Mahal, but Petha as well, which is a desert. So there are many products which are either naturally occurring or they are naturally available in certain places, or they are cultivated there, or they are manufactured there. For example, Banarsi sari. So these are specialty products. Now, these specialty products obviously can't be produced elsewhere. They are specially originating from a particular place. So that's where we have a advantage with these GI products. So if you are a GI product seller, then please do tag your products as GI product. This is where you can see a number of GI products. So for example, this is a GI product. I think this is a Banarsi sari. Let's open it. My internet is also terribly slow today. Yeah, it's a Jamnagar Banderi sari. And this is how you will have a GI tag. So if you are someone who is dealing in a GI product, then you should be using the GI product option and then highlight your product as GI product. So select the category and select the subcategory. And after that, you have to upload your GI product certificate. Without uploading the certificate, you cannot specify your products as GI products. All right. So that is one. The second thing which I want to share with you is related to the category. So this is where you'll see there will be two drop downs. There will not be one above other. This is a slightly older video. Now the design has changed, so they'll be next to each other. But that's where the functionality remains the same. You have to select the category, you have to select the subcategory. And why are you doing that? So on Indian Business Portal, if we go back very quickly, that's where you'll see there is a very extensive navigation. Now, for example, you are someone who deals in honey. So you would want to be here because if there's a international buyer importer who's wanting to purchase honey, what is the place they will go? They'll either search or they'll go to the honey category and see who are the exporters who are exporting honey. So that's where it is your responsibility and duty that your product should be visible in the right category. Now, for that, you have to ensure that the right categories are selected from here. So drop down, there are two drop downs. So first one is for the category and second is for subcategory. So please do select it a little cautiously. In case you are confused, reach out to our help desk and we'll let you know which are the categories or subcategories that you should be choosing. All right. So that is the second point. Now, the rest of the journey is explained in the video in great detail. So we are not going to spend your valuable time there. And this video is available on YouTube, and I'll share the link. Don't worry, in case you're thinking like from where we can get the link. I will share the link with you. Don't worry on that. So we are nearly done with the product upload. So once you are done with the product upload, you have to click on this home shaped icon, and which will bring you to the screen. This on the screen, you'll see there's a big button which says unpublish. You have to click on that, and that will complete the store creation journey. So this is how easy it is. And if you're someone who thinks or believes that online store or anything related to internet or e-commerce is something which requires specialized knowledge and skill, so that's where I should say that you're wrong, because the technology is evolved so much that in today's day and age, anyone and everyone can create and operate a digital business absolutely effortlessly and without requiring any coding or any specialized knowledge. So just a second, I'm trying to log into another account. I had accidentally closed it. All right, so I am able to log in. The two-factor authentication had kicked in, so I had to do the verification, and that took some time. So this is a demonstration account. Now, rest of the process I'm going to explain using this account. This is the dashboard. So whenever you log into your account, this is what you will see. Now we'll quickly navigate to the seller panel. This is the control panel, and let me see if I can zoom in slightly so that it is a little bigger on your screen. So this is the control panel. Now here, after you have done that journey, after whatever is explained in the video, after you have done that, what is the next thing that you have to do? So you have to come here on the control panel and you have to obviously go to the product management interface. And on the product management interface, the obvious thing that you have to do is to upload the remaining products. So you can upload them one at a time. If you have less than 10 products, then obviously you can use this process. But if you have more than 10 products, or if you want to upload more than 10 products, then I would strongly recommend that you should be uploading them in bulk, because otherwise you are wasting your own time, which is not a very sensible thing to do. So upload the products. If you have a large catalog, then upload in bulk. Otherwise, you can upload them one product at a time as well. So once you are done with the product upload, the next thing or the next area where you have to focus on is the navigation and the beautification of your online store. So for that, you can go to navigation and you have to create the navigation. And you can see we have embedded the tutorial videos also. You can watch the video and you can understand the process. Once you are done, you can go to theme, select a suitable theme, and then you can go to store preview, upload the banners, etc. Everywhere you'll find the embedded tutorial videos. You can follow the videos and you will be able to update your stores. Now, once you are done with doing all of that, once you are done, then what is the next thing that you have to do? So the next thing is you have to go to this option which says Indian Business Portal. You have to click on that, and that will open the Indian Business Portal listing interface. On the screen, you have to fill in the information. And once you have filled in the information, you have to submit this, and this will take you to the second screen. Now, this information is fairly easy. Like you have to input your IC code and verify it, legal entity type. When did you start your business? Manufacturer, exporter, or merchant exporter? Are you MSME? export turnover of previous 3 years, countries you have exported to, countries you would like to export to, number of employees, licenses, certificates, advantages, innovation, and then like what are the advantages or innovation, or basically you have to specify or clarify why should someone do business with you, what is the speciality, what is that special thing that you're bringing on the table, and lastly what are the type of proposals you are interested in, and then click on save, which will bring you to the second stage of the listing. But because this is a demonstration account and I can't do a IEC verification, so I will show this screen at another place. So this is the screen which will open up in the step number 2. Now here on the screen, you'll see that it has two parts. One part is do's and don'ts, but the most important is this video. Please do watch this video. In this video, we have explained what are the mistakes or issues which can prevent you from being listed on Indian Business Portal and how can you fix those issues. So do watch this video. Then once you are absolutely certain that my store is absolutely complete, there is no issues whatsoever, then you should come here, select the terms and click on submit, and that will submit your request and it will be reviewed by our operations team. It will take about 2 working days, and if everything goes well, then you will be listed on Indian Business Portal. And if there are any shortcomings or issues, then they will reject your request, and they will when they are rejecting your request, they'll also clarify that why your reject is requested, what is the issue. Then you can fix the issue and submit the request back again. So this is the listing journey. This is how you are going to create your online store and list your products on the Indian Business Portal. Now, coming back to our presentation, where do we have the presentation? Now, we are going to spend a little time to understand the digital catalog and how can you convert that into a winning digital catalog. All right. So digital catalog is basically a website which has few characteristics or features. The characteristics or features, the unique characteristics or features is that it can showcase the information about your products, and it can accept leads or inquiries, and it can also show information about your business. Right. So we are not going to go through what is written in the presentation. It is the same thing which I've just shared with you. Now, how many types of digital catalogs can be there? So broadly, 4 types. One which can help you generate leads. The second which can help you generate orders. The third is which can help you generate leads as well as orders. And the fourth one is which is used or which can help you get B2B bulk orders. So these are the 4 types. Now, obviously, this is a little difficult to comprehend or understand without references or without actual use cases. This is where I'm going to walk you through a few of the cases or examples. Now, this is an example of a digital catalog which is for generating leads. So this is obviously you can look at the product visuals and you can imagine that it is a fairly industrial or a product which is not bought by retail customers. I'm not going to buy ground rollers. Obviously, a stadium or a organization that is managing stadium or establishing a stadium, they may be having these requirements, right? So if I show one of their products to you, so this is where you can see it is send inquiry. So any prospective organization or a stadium operator, if they're interested in this product, they will be sending them an inquiry. Now we have another example. This is a business that is a exporter and a manufacturer of matchsticks. So they do contract manufacturing. So anyone who's interested in getting the contract manufacturing done, they can reach out to them and they can ask for quotations, etc. This is another example of a business that is into leather manufacturing of leather products. This is another business that is into manufacturing or trading of precision tools which are used for diamond cutting, polishing. So these are all examples of wherein digital catalogs are helping businesses generate leads. On the other side of the spectrum, let's look at another example. This is hardcore engineering products, and very often we also get questions from participants that we deal in hardcore engineering products. Can we create an online store for that? This is an example for you. So this is a business that is into engineering products, and there's their digital catalog that you're looking at. Again, this business is generating leads through the digital catalog. On the other end of spectrum, we have businesses that are generating orders. So this is where you can see the call to action or the buttons are different. This is where you have add to cart and buy now, whereas there we had send inquiry. So this business is actually generating orders through it. So even exporters can send them orders. The third type is wherein both the things can happen. So this is where you have send inquiry and view basically helps them see the product. Let me open the product detail page. So this is where you can see add to cart and send inquiry. So if I'm a B2B buyer, I want to buy X number of, let's say 100 units of this product, I will send them an inquiry that I'm interested to buy this product in bulk. Please share with me the best price. So this is one use case. And the second use case, as a retail customer, I'm interested to buy this product. So I can do an add to cart and I can place an order. So both the things are possible. So this is the third variation or third type of digital catalog that you're going to get. The fourth type is which helps you get B2B bulk orders. So if you look at this website, and this is a very popular kitchen appliances and kitchenware brand, so you will see and you will get this impression that this is typically an online shopping website wherein as a customer we can go and we can review the products and we can place an order. And you are absolutely right in your understanding as well, but it also caters to other audience, and that is shop owners or retailers or distributors who buy them from them in bulk and then they do the retailing through their shops, brick and mortar stores, etc. Now, those businesses, whenever they have to make a purchase, they can simply log in here and they can purchase which all product they are wanting to buy, and they'll get the special price. They'll get credit if they are providing, and they'll get the minimum order quantity. So you will get a 20% discount if you're buying 10 pieces of mixer, juicer, grinder. Those kind of nuances which were there with B2B bulk business or channel retail, they're all taken care by the system itself. So this is B2B bulk ordering. Now, as an exporter, you might be thinking that it does not have a lot of utilization for it. No, it has utilization for it. And the utilization is that there are businesses wherein you have that constant fear that if you're displaying your latest offering on the website, it might get stolen. So in that case, what you can do is you can upload those products. You can upload your latest catalog, but you can control the visibility. We have a special feature called supply chain. You can use that. You can onboard your bulk buyers or you can onboard your importers. So for example, there is someone from Italy who regularly buys from you. You can onboard them. You can uh, register them through the backend of your website. And once you have registered them, they can simply come in and they can log in and they can see the latest catalog, whereas no one else will be able to see that, right? Or if you have international buyers or importers who regularly buy from you, so you can simply provide them this convenience that I'm onboarding you to my website. Just log in and you can place an order from there. And we will process the order and ship it to you. The terms we have already discussed and agreed. So that can also be done. So it also has a utilization from for the export market. All right. So these are the different variations of the digital catalogs that you can create. Very often, merchant exporters ask us that we have to create a digital catalog. We are very interested, but as we deal in a very wide spectrum of products, in that case, we are confused. Should we create different digital catalogs for each category that we deal in, or should we put them in one category? So the answer is you have to put all of them in one category. And here is an example that I'm showing to you. So you can see they deal in a very wide spectrum of products. So if you are someone who is a merchant exporter, you don't have to create multiple online stores or digital catalog. In one account, you can list all your products. This is another example of a merchant exporters online store. All the products, all the different types of products and categories that you deal in, all of them are showcased here in one catalog. All right, so this is where I feel that you have a slightly better understanding about what is a digital catalog and what are the different types of digital catalog. Now the question comes, are these winning catalogs? What do you think? Yeah, I've shown you and they look all very nice and good. Are they winning catalog? What do you think? Just share with me using chat. And where do we have the chat? I think I can see the questions, but I think the chat got minimized. No worries. We will bring that up and we will. Yeah. So using chat, just let me know, what do you think? Are these winning catalogs or they are digital catalogs? They are just catalogs or are they winning catalogs? Now, what is that difference? And why do you think they are not? Obviously, my expectation is not like you should be having the world's most beautiful website. So I'm seeing, all right. So I see there's a comment by Suvik that they doesn't stand out, but Suvik, this is not about the visuals of it because that's where the beauty is in the eyes of the viewer. So something may look very beautiful to me and other uh, it may look not so pleasant to you. So it is not just about the visuals. There are more to it. And the most important thing is that if you have to convert any website, whether it is this or you have created as on other platform, your existing website or anything that you are doing, unless it is getting your business or unless you are able to achieve your objective, whatever that objective is, to create brand visibility, or what if your objective is to bring in traffic and create a registered customer base, or if your objective is to get orders, unless it is happening, it is not a winning catalog. So if it is happening, it is a winning catalog. If it is not happening, if you haven't achieved your objective, you haven't won. And that's where we go back to the story that I told you in the beginning of Samuel Langley and the Wright brothers. What was the difference? The difference was they were hell bent on being able to achieve their objective, despite the fact that they didn't had all the funding, they didn't had the knowledge, engineering knowledge, or even the equipment. Nothing was there, but they were absolutely relentless in pursuit of their objective. And what was the objective? Achieving the manned flight or building a flying machine. And I think as business owners, that is what is required to create a winning catalog or winning digital catalog. And that is you should be focused and persistent in achieving that objective, that it should give me the business, because I've created it to get me the business or get me the orders or inquiries. And if it is not doing, what is wrong? What is the thing that you have to fix? That is what you have to do. And that is what makes a winning or not winning catalog. All right. I hope that is clear. Now, let's quickly understand what makes it a winning digital catalog. And I've just put it together on one single slide, just 6 points which are there. So the first one is optimized content. Now, I can show you a lot of examples of, on Indian Business Portal. You can go and you can check it yourself, wherein people have added like minimalist content, like as if there was a competition, like who can write less content about the product. What were you thinking? You have to be as elaborate as possible and do some effort, do some research, and try to understand which are the keywords which are being used by international buyer, include them in the content. And in today's day and age, it is not that complicated. There are a lot of AI tools which are available. Use those to create good quality content. In fact, on the online store itself, I can show you that where do we have that seller panel. Let me just take you to the product management interface. We have also embedded the AI tool on the seller panel, and you can use that. I can quickly show you from here. This is where you have AI suggestion. Use this one, but create good quality content. So if you feel that you'll not be able to do that, or even if you feel that you are able to create a good quality content, why not get it reviewed by AI? It may be able to suggest few areas of improvement, or at least try to understand from the searchability perspective, like how good is your content, what is your primary keyword, and like what is the kind of searchability you are able to achieve. So do that. Your content should be optimized. Now, how can you do that? Because like, saying is one thing, but how will you do that? So one is you can use the inbuilt AI, which you are seeing here. So you go to your existing products, and that's where click on it, and you will be able to use this AI, and it will help you optimize the content. So this is one option which is available. Now, if you are uploading the products, then also you can use the same AI. It is available in our products as well. And in case you don't have access to the platinum plan, if you have access to platinum plan, well and good, or if you're willing to subscribe to platinum plan, then obviously you can use this. But if you are on a blue plan, as if you are creating a DIY free, so in that case, obviously you don't have access to that, but you can use the chat GPT equivalent or Gemini for creating that. And that's where I've given this tutorial video. Watch this video. In this video, I've explained how you can use ChatGPT or Gemini to create the same level or same quality of content. So content is extremely important. A lot of businesses I had personally interacted with, and they had their own imaginations about content. But let me be very, very honest with you. If this is wrong, nothing is ever going to be right. If your product content is wrong, no matter what you do, you have the world's best agency, it will also come back and tell you improve your product content, right? So this is the most crucial bit, and this is where I've seen so many businesses go wrong. So please do focus on the product content, use AI, leverage AI, understand what are the gaps, improve it, and that will help you get to the objective of creating a winning catalog. Now, the next area where I've seen people miss out, and that stops them from achieving or creating a winning digital catalog, and that is not updating the meta information. So what is meta information? So meta information is something that you'll find across the website. So if you are uploading the product, that's where you have meta title and description. If you are going to navigation, that is where also, if you are going to your home page, that is where also you will see there's an option to add meta title and description. So across the website, you have these options. But what is the use case? Why have we provided them? So that you can update the meta title and description, and that helps search engines in properly indexing the information and displaying it to the users whenever they are searching. So if we have to understand it in a little crude way, so imagine, and this is where I can confidently say that all of us have been to chemist store or medicine store, whatever you call them, at least once or twice in our lives. So when you go to a chemist store, a medicine store to buy medicine, so you will see that the architecture or the layout is slightly different as compared to any other shop which is there in the market. They have these cupboards or shelves, and they have these boxes in which they keep the medicine. Now, if you go to the medicine store and you say to the pharmacist or whosoever is there on the store that I'm wanting to buy a strip of paracetamol, I want Disprin. So what that person will do is he'll go to a particular shelf where he'll take out a particular box, open that box, and hand you over a strip of paracetamol Disprin, let's say. So Now you can imagine that that person who went to the shop is someone who's searching on the internet, and that person who went to the shelf and took out the box and then took out that medicine, that is Google. So if that thing has to happen precisely or perfectly, that is where this information is important. Your product information is important, and also your meta information is important. If you're not updating, now again, question comes: how are we going to generate that? You are an expert, Adnan. You can say that we are not an expert. We are not a technology expert. How can we generate it? Very simple. Use AI. Use ChatGPT. It will give you meta information. In fact, thankfully now AI can also access the internet. It can do the research, so it can even look for relevant keywords and it can do the job. You don't have to look at getting a certification in SEO. If you want to do that, I'll not stop you from doing that, but you don't have to worry about that. Give the task to ChatGPT, it will do that. In fact, the other screen which I was showing you, where you can use the embedded AI, that generates the meta information for the products on its own, and all the other places now, which are the places where you have to update it. So, product is obviously the place where you have to update this information. Sorry, I clicked at the wrong place. So, products, each and every product should have this meta information. Yeah, internet is a little slow. So if I click on edit, I can quickly show you. So this now, because I had generated this using AI, so this is where you can see. So all that is created. So we have meta title and meta description. So please, you should add it in each and every product. Now, is it sufficient to add it in product only? No, you have to add it everywhere. So you have to then add it to your home screen. For that, you have to click on settings and store details. And from there, you have to upload it. So here you see you have the meta title and description. Now, meta keyword is not that important because the search engines don't give a lot of weightage to it. So you can even ignore it, but meta title and description is important. Then you have your navigation and pages. So for that, you have to go to My Store, and that's where you have pages. So all the pages that you have created, your terms and condition, privacy policy, about us, etc., all the pages will have options to add meta content, meta title and description. You should add that. Now, if you have set up navigation, so in the navigation also, I will quickly show you. So this is where I'm opening the navigation for denim trousers. And if we come here, this is where you have meta title and description. So multiple places, every page. So if I have to just say it simply, any page which is there on your website should have this information, and use AI. You'll be able to generate it as matter of seconds. So that is meta information should be updated. Now, navigation, a lot of businesses I've seen, they create everything and don't create navigation. Please do create it, because otherwise your business will have a beautiful products, but no one will be able to see them. People will come to your website, they'll not be able to access it because the navigation is not there. Now, in case you're confused, what is navigation? So all these options like our company, our products, etc. This is navigation. Now, for a moment, if I removed it, then will the website still be useful? Yes, to little extent, because people may be able to go from here and there, but they'll not be able to access the product. And from the search perspective also, you will not be able to create the different parts to access the product, right? So the user journey will not be clear, and that's where you may not get the required level of visibility, etc. So do create the navigation. And again, how you can create the navigation, we have a video available here. Watch this video and create the navigation. Now, uploading banners. This is also another thing which we have noticed, that many times when users are creating the website, they'll upload the product, set up the navigation, but don't upload the banners. Again, your website looks incomplete, and no one is going to shop from incomplete website. And do trust me, even if someone is wanting to send you an inquiry on Indian business portal, they will they will do a research and they'll find your website. And if you have a professional shabby looking website, again, expectation is not to have the most beautiful website, but it should be decent enough. If you don't have a banner, it will look like a work in progress, and they are not going to give you a order or inquiry. They are not going to connect with you because they'll feel like this looks like either a fraud or a work in progress. They are still building their website. It does not look like a professional organization, right? So if you don't want to tarnish your image of your company, so please upload banner or choose a design template that does not require uploading a banner, but that looks very, very basic. I never advise anyone to use that template because creating again banners is very simple. You can do that with designer.microsoft, or you can use Google's AI Studio as well, and you'll be able to create a wonderful image and you can create it. Or you can do that more easily with Canva. Canva also has an AI, so you can describe the banner and it will create everything for you. All right, so that is about uploading banner. Now we have integration, which is very, very crucial. What is these integrations? So if we go to seller panel and we go to settings, that's where you'll see we have online analytics and site verification. Now these are very important. If you haven't done that, immediately do it. Now this is where you have integration with Google Tag Manager, and we have done the entire heavy lifting. So you don't have to put in some code or snippet. Nothing of that sort is required. So when you'll create your account, you'll get a code, a unique ID. Just copy paste that here. Similarly for Google Analytics as well, you have to just copy paste the ID. For Facebook Pixel, in case you are wanting to run ads on Facebook, then only it is required. Now for Google Merchant Center, you'll get a XML feed here. You can set up the account there and then link up this XML feed. It will automatically push your product to the Google Merchants Center. Now, this is important. A lot of people perceive now Google Merchant Center is related to Google Shopping. So if we, so for example, if I search for buy shoes, so this section which is shopping, this on the top, obviously these are ads, but down below this is where these are options which are coming. Now, a lot of businesses that I've personally interacted with, they believe that this is for B2C. Yes, they are right. But as a B2B seller, you can also showcase your products here, right? This is a opportunity. God knows you may be able to find someone who's looking for your product and they found it here and you may get additional order. So please do link your Google Merchant Center as well. Now, these are one integrations. Now, in addition to this, you also have to do a very important integration, which every one of you must do, and that is Google Search Console. And integration is again very simple. You have to go to Google Search Console, and when you'll sign up, it will ask you for linking your website, verifying your website, and it will go give you a code like this. This is where you can see there is a code. You just copy paste that code here, Google site verification, click on save. Immediately, matter of seconds, your website will get linked with Google Search Console. Now, why is Google Search Console important? Google Search Console is important because it helps you understand how your website is performing. What are the issues which are preventing your website from performing well on Google, where all the backlinks are there. So all that information will be available on Google Search Console. So very, very important, powerful tool. In fact, I'll show you. Let's take the link of any store. Let's take this store, and we were here. So I'll just open one tab. Now, this is something which you can do yourself as well. It basically allows you to check like how many pages are indexed. So that's where you can see which all pages are indexed, but I didn't wanted to show you that. I wanted to show you. Even Google recommends that you should try Google Search Console because that is a more powerful tool and it will give you greater insights rather than searching here. So this is a trick which you can use to check like how many pages are indexed and how it is appearing. So what is the meta title and how the meta description is appearing. You can see that, but even Google recommends that you should be using Google Search Console. So very powerful tool you should be integrating. Now, in addition to all this integration, there is one more tool that I strongly recommend, and especially if you are a B2C seller. If you are a B2B1, I will recommend that you should have this because it gives you a better clarity how the website is performing, how your users are interacting with the website. But if you are a B2C seller, you are selling it to retail customer, this is a must. you should have it immediately. And again, linking it is very simple. You just link it with your Google Tag Manager account and no other integration required, right? So zero integration, no code copy pasting. Those are things of the past. So it gives you that level of clarity. It is basically like you have a video camera on your website. So how your customers are interacting with the website, where they are going, where they are clicking, all that you will be able to see. Obviously, you are not able to see personally identifiable information, but you can see. So if you receive an order or receive an inquiry, how did they went through the website? Where did they click? Or if you don't receive, but on the Google Analytics, you can see there's a person who came and they went through. So you can track that actually, how the person went through your website, which all pages did this, or you'll be able to track that. Very important, useful tool. It also provides you a heat map. So especially your homepage, if you have certain banners, etc., you can see where the clicks are happening, where the users are clicking the most, which is engaging, which is not engaging. So sometimes we are also confused which visuals are working, which visuals are not working, which banner placed where is working. So using that heat map, you'll be able to find that. But that is an add-on thing. But I am not recommending Microsoft Clarity for that. It is a free tool, by the way. I'm recommending it to you because I want you to personally see how your website is performing. All right. So that is about the integrations. And the last one is to promote the store. So you should be promoting your online store. Now, if you're imagining that you have created a digital catalog and you have listed it on Indian Business Portal, that will magically start giving you orders. That is not going to be happen. So you have to promote your business. Now, how you are going to promote it, that depends on you. That depends on your business niche. Uh, what works for me may not work for you, right? So you have to understand your customer and where your customer is, and based on that, you should choose the channel. And that's where again you can use AI to help you in determining or deciding which channels you should be leveraging. But something for export that works quite well is running search ads. So you go to Google and you start searching, and you can do geographic specific. So you understand that your product is heavily imported in certain regions. So you can do geographic specific search ads as well. So do that so that you start bringing in the traffic. If people are not coming to the website, they'll not be able to see the wonderful offerings that you have. And if they are not able to see the wonderful offerings, you will not get the business, right? So you will have a website which will not ever become a winning website unless you are promoting it. So promoting your website, promoting your online store is extremely important to be able to achieve that objective. Now, something may work, something may not work. Email marketing may work or it may not work. You don't know yet. But unless you do that, you may not be able to understand, right? Use AI. So if you want to do prospecting through AI, you want to generate leads through AI, you can do that. AI is quite good. There are even paid platforms available like Apollo instantly, which you can use, or you can even use ChatGPT for that. In one of my previous webinars, I have explained how you can use ChatGPT to do lead generation, and that even for export. Do that, but promote your website, right? So you have to get into that. You generate the leads and then you can do the email marketing, bring them onto the website and then convert them, right? So you have to think or develop a mindset wherein you are using this as a tool to grow your business. Now, whatever changes are required, whatever content enhancements are required, whatever it is presently may not work or it may work fantastically. You don't know unless you get into it, right? So unless you jump into the pool, you don't know whether you will be able to swim or not able to swim, or without jumping into the pool, you'll never be able to learn the swimming. So the important point is unless you promote your website, unless you promote your online store, you will not be able to reach where you wanted or where you dreamt of reaching there. Now, related to this one counter question or one counter observation that I've received, that is, people perceive that it is something which requires a lot of money and funds, which is also not true. you can do it very, very cheaply, right? 500 rupees also. You can start online advertising, right? So you don't have to spend a lot of money, and it is not advisable as well, right? So immediately start spending a lot of money into it. No, experiment, put in small value, 500 or 1000, and then see what is happening, and then keep experimenting, keep optimizing it so that you can improve the conversions. Today, when you are getting an inquiry on your website, it may cost you 200 rupees or it may cost you 500 rupees. Your objective is to bring that down as much as possible, probably 10 rupees or 50 rupees. So that optimization has to be done, right? And that is, again, not something which is very rocket science and will require specialized knowledge. Yes, people who have specialized knowledge or certification will be able to do it in a much shorter span of time, but it is not impossible to do, especially with the AI to your rescue, right? So that's where whichever thing is not clear to you, just ask AI and it will help you, it will guide you, it will give you everything that you will need. But this is very, very important. If even if you have done everything till step number 5, then again you are just hoping that someone will someday find your website and will be kind enough to give an order, which is very unrealistic. So let's get into action, complete all the 5, and then also promote the store so that you can actually start getting orders, getting inquiries, and you can start heading in the direction which you have always dreamt of by promoting your online store. All right, perfect. So this is where I'm going to turn off the screen share and we will now break into the question answer round. So I can see there are 2 questions in the Q&A. Let me also open the chat. Now, if you have any other question, please do add that in the chat. And in the meantime, I'm going to very quickly share with you a few tutorials. So just allow me a couple of seconds to do that. In case you're wondering what am I doing, so I'm just taking out the link of webinar's recording and I am sharing it with all of you in the chat along with other tutorials. So here it comes. So in the chat, you have a number of tutorials. The one tutorial which I showed to you about how to create your online store, and then you have how to upload the products, how to upload it in bulk, and how to set up navigation. I have also linked the entire tutorial video playlist. And lastly, you have the link of the webinar. All right, so the first question, which I can see in the chat, and it is from anonymous attendee, wanted to understand how do we know what are GI products? If you Google, you will find there is a authority called a GI Registry Authority, and they have published online. I think there are 600 odd, or my knowledge may be slightly dated, but I checked few months ago. There were 600 or something GI products which were there in India. So you can get it is publicly available. Just Google for it and you'll find the list. All right, so the next question is from Suvik Ghosh and wanted to understand about the bulk product upload. So yes, we do have a format which is available on the seller panel. And if you look into the chat, I have shared a detailed tutorial video. It is also embedded on the seller panel, which guides you through the entire process. You can fill in the content, the product information into the bulk file, and you can upload it. Very easy process it is. Next question again from Suvik Ghosh. Is it possible to download product catalog PDF file that can be shared with the prospects? So uh, now, if you are, and this is where I'm just responding, this is again from Suvik. So if your question is that can we convert that website into a PDF file and then share it with a prospect? Why would you want to do that, right? This is like regression, yeah, undoing the evolution. We evolved from PDF files to websites. Why would you want to go in the reverse direction? But there are two things that I would want to share with you. One is we do have a product brochure feature. So if you have a product brochure and you would want to share it with the prospects who are coming to your website and looking at your product, so you can embed the product brochure there. Yes, that is possible. That can be done. Now, ideally, if you want to share it with your prospect, then share the website. And it also goes back to my point that your website should be properly updated. You're not sharing the website with the prospect because you may have apprehension that it is not properly updated. So update it and then share the website. It is more convenient and more easy to access rather than a PDF document. Next question, Isha Globlex. So is Global Manage listed on your website if you're referring to Indian Business Portal? Yes, there are many, many buyers who are actively coming to Indian Business Portal and posting their requirements. But this in this session, we were having more focused discussion about your website. So the agenda for discussion was around your website. How are you going to make it a winning website? And that is what I was referring to. Next question from Vinita, and the question is filter. How do you set up filters? So how do you set up filters? So filters is something which can be set up very easily. Now, one of the very easy method which I will share with you, although when you are bulk uploading the products, you can set up the filters. Even when you're uploading the products manually, you can set up the filters. Let me I quickly show you how you can do that. So let me close this presentation as well. So everyone, I'm sharing or showing how you can set up the filters. I'm sharing with you the most easy way, and the easiest way to set up filters is you have to download this file, download CSV. So it will basically download an Excel file onto your device. And if you look towards the right side, that's where you have the columns. So I'm going to quickly download this file. Start. All right, so this is the file which will get downloaded. Now, if you go to the right side, that's where you'll see filter 1, filter 2, filter 3. Now, how do you add filters? And I think I should zoom in a little bit. So, for example, we want to add a filter. And here you can see the example. So, color, and then you have to add this greater than sign. And then whatever the color is, or if you it is shoe type, so it is a running shoe. So like this, you can add, and this is where we have the size. So you can add like this. I hope this is clear. Once you are done adding the filter values here, just go back and upload the file from here. Bulk edit CSV. You'll be able to upload it from here. Perfect. So this is the easiest and the quickest way. Just add the values here and then upload the file, and you'll be able to add the filters. Now, if another word of advice that you have a large catalog, then only it makes sense to put in all this effort. If you have 10, 12 products, then the customer can just do a little bit of up and down scroll and they can see all your catalog. So then it does not make a lot of sense to put in time and effort there. But if you have a large catalog, then you can certainly do that. Okay, so not able to copy from now. That's where, let me see if I can help. So how do we solve for this? So this is where I'm sharing with you my, although we are going to email you the recording of today's webinar, but I'm also sharing with you, with everyone, my email ID. So whosoever is not able to copy the tutorials from the chat, just drop an email to me and I'll provide the links and recordings as well. I'm also sharing the contact details of help desk. So if any one of you faces any difficulty, just drop an email or call on the help desk number. The number, because it is only available from 9:30 to 5:30. So in that case, you can drop an email and someone from our team will reach out to you and help you. Thank you, Zanvi Deviji. Thank you for the kind words. And this is where I think we should conclude the session for today. As I mentioned, you are going to get an email with the recording. Otherwise, if you want to find it yourself, just go to YouTube, search for Global Linker, which is my name tag as well. Down below, you must be seeing. So search for Global Linker, and that's where in the we have different playlists. So in the live playlist on the top, you'll find the recording of today's webinar. Otherwise, we will any which ways will be sharing with you on the email ID that you have used to register for today's webinar. Perfect. So this is where we'll conclude this session for today. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for your time. Have a wonderful evening ahead and